mean, that's what she
you know
wants.
what?
We don't want the way she's like, I want to get to it. I want the sex part. Then you should bring
Hi everyone and a happy new year. A happy new year over there. Lebitso la ka ke Mmatshepo Letswalo. And today I'm not rolling solo, as you can see. I actually have two, not one, but two ladies in the house. I have
Itumeleng Mochai.
maid of honor.
Hello.
And over you, ma'am.
Lady M.
Lady M. Guys, we have Lady M behind
You're welcome.
the scene. Okay.
Lady M is my mentor slash friend in denial. So yeah, we haven't set our boundaries very well. So without
She's in denial.
any further,
She's in denial. Oh, you're both
she
in
is.
denial.
I think we are both are.
Okay.
So we have a special edition coming as a courtesy of Lady M and Itumeleng to discuss one of the most burning but very interesting topic, which is love. As Lekhona Warbona, we are wearing red and white, you know. So we're coming down live internationally. We engage on this because love is an international concept. Okay. So it's gonna be a discussion, really. We're not gonna be so professional and whatever. As you can see already, we're just all over the place, right?
Yeah, bonus.
So maybe let me give the visitors a question to start with, and then we'll discuss it, right? So I just wanna ask.
Icebreaker. Oh, it's a question.
No, I'm no longer doing icebreaker.
She promised.
She promised. She promised. She has to. You can't just start here and them.
An icebreaker.
You had your phone. Bumili do style.
Okay.
Check. Go.
Okay, fine.
Promises service and doesn't deliver. Service. Can I do icebreaker? It's a trap.
Okay, what's your icebreaker?
Okay, what's okay?
Yeah.
I'm just making it up on the spot here because Mrs. here is trying to just kill us. How about Lady M?
Yes.
And yourself, ma'am, right next to me. Name one thing that you feel like this year you can't do without, or even 2024 you realize I can't do without this. And then the second thing is this thing I really need to adapt. Is it too hard? Okay.
I can go first.
Okay.
So one thing I cannot do without, and I'm gonna be very serious, it's God. I can't do without God. One, I don't know, I just can't. Because he allows me to be reckless. I don't have to watch over my back over and over, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can answer before we go to the second question.
No. Oh, wait. Let her finish and then pass over. I think
Okay.
you're done.
The second question was you need to something you need to adapt. Adapt to. Okay. So I think I need to learn more about being in the moment. Enjoy the moment and be here. Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has its problems, you know. We end up chasing and and we miss out in the present. So
Okay.
I need to adjust to that.
Lady M, your turn.
Yeah. You know, in my case, it's more intertwined, kind of, you know. So if I think about it, I can't do without peace of mind. So I mean, think about it when I'm in my own mind and, you know, I just have that peace. I become more creative. I'm able to connect with myself, connect with God. It really just brings me, you know, so much peace, but also, you know, contentment.
Yeah.
So, and that's something I've started this year to say, I need my own time. I need to, you know, have space with myself.
Yeah.
So that I can be a better person.
Wow.
100. And that is inclusive of adapting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, I think mine is kind of similar to Lady M there. I can't do without like alone time. I can't do without alone time. I can't. And it's like, even though I spend a lot of time by myself, there's this being alone, right? But there's also this intentionally being alone, not distracting myself with just constantly being on my phone or just playing music just so that I don't think, but actually just alone time to sit and think. And something I need to adapt. I need to be more organized.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That is a good example of that.
Excuse you. Excuse the both of you. You didn't teach me how to be organized, so therefore, don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Please don't judge.
Look at her face. What's wrong with
We
your face?
listen.
We don't judge.
We don't judge.
No more judgment, thank you. All right, then take over.
Yes. So as you've already heard, the theme love. So I would like us to be broad about discussing an issue lerato, guys. Whether lerato, however way lerato might look like, whatever turn it will take, right? What do you guys understand by the concept of lerato? What is love? What is love?
Yeah, no. Love is deep.
Yeah.
Love is beautiful. Love has different meanings for different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I truly think it's a beautiful thing that you know all of us can express in our own different ways. Yeah, in summary, I think if it's got so many different definitions to different people, and yeah. I think yeah. So I have my own definition.
Yeah.
And maybe as we go, I might just tap onto some of the concepts that I consider love in my space.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool. Do you have your own definition of what love is?
Actually, I was going to say that, you know what? I don't know how to define it. I don't know how to define love, if I'm being quite honest. And I just know that I know when I feel loved at times. I know when I can see the next person when I do certain things, or when I'm being who I am in a certain way. I know I can recognize the next person feeling loved, or them expressing feeling loved. But to define it, I don't think I can. I can't. I honestly can't. Yeah, I think it's perspective. Like she said, a lot of us have a different definition about it, and I do think that mostly the definitions are really affected by what we've seen on TV, right?
Yeah.
A lot of
romance, yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, and this and that, Tandonos Tembula. So different people, and especially also people that we admire and look up to, and it can get so easy to just get lost into what other people's perspective of what love is right there, because we're still trying to figure ourselves out about who we understand ourselves to be. So now we're also trying to define this thing that it seems like a lot of people are putting it on this huge pedestal, especially romantically, right? That romantical part is this huge thing. It's like you need to chase it and find it if you can't, and it's just a whole different topic. But yeah, so how about you, ma'am? How would you say you define love?
I think I would say love is sacrifice. Yeah, love is sacrifice more than anything, because love is about risking your heart to being vulnerable, you know? Love, because you don't know if the other person will return the love. So love is a sacrifice, it's vulnerability. Love is a choice to be with this person, or to love your daughter or son or grandmother despite all odds, because love can hurt, right? So amongst the beauty and the ugly of love, you choose to be there and continue to love that person. So love is, what did I say? Sacrifice. Yeah, I think so.
What a lens.
Sure.
I'm just wondering from what you're saying, when you say sometimes you don't know if the other person will return the love, does it really have to be returned?
Interesting.
Ooh, that's a great.
Very interesting. I think personally it should be returned.
It should.
It must be returned. Because when I say love hurts sometimes, you would see that people, maybe tapping into my profession, you would see that people die for love, and people lose their identity, people lose their sense and mind because of love, to a point where they're admitted in institutions of psychiatry because of love. People lose investments, money. They sacrifice themselves for love. So it's fair to want your love even reciprocated, because why do you die? Why do you have to sacrifice so much and then iskaboa. But I also want to contradict myself and say, given the concept of love that I've seen in generations before, before and stuff, I think love does not really need to be reciprocated. It used to not then. There's no need to reciprocate it. You can love someone or you know, Iglesias, would you die for me if I asked you to dance? Something like that. Do you know that? Yeah, that song. So I feel like then love was something that does not really need to be reciprocated. But I also want to end off maybe it should be reciprocated, because now in this day and age, if you're not giving me love, I'm not going to give it to you. It's conditional, but maybe because love also evolve. Maybe it does not stay stagnant. You know.
That's deeper, right? Because now I'm also thinking that I don't want to deviate from the theme of today, but maybe it could be worthwhile in the future to explore into a topic about what would healthy love look like, and what are those boundaries and limitations that one needs to just be within, so that it doesn't become toxic. I think it would be, and also from a perspective of therapy, counseling, psychology, what do we, how do we navigate that, right?
A healthy love look like
what are those limitations before it becomes toxic? Because that's when all the beauty now goes away, because we're saying love is supposed to be beautiful, but also, I mean, in my mind just now, I'm thinking as a mother, you would expect that, yes, as you say, that you love your child and you hope your child will love you back. But even in those deep times, dark times when your kids are literally away from you and they don't want to love you, you can never stop loving them. Even though they're not loving you back in those moments. But I don't want to deviate. I'm not going to deviate. But I'm so glad we're talking about this.
Actually, what I'm thinking now as you ladies are speaking is that always my notebook, like, and a pencil, because there's some things I'm worried I might forget. Was, should love
be reciprocated? Should be returned,
right? And then when my lady here answered, Mami said, love is a sacrifice. The first thing that when she said that was, that does not sound romantic. I was like, that does not sound cute. That does not make me want to, fall in love and take pictures. And I remember just waiting to hear how does she expand on the word for sacrifice, right? And as she's speaking there, I'm trying to listen, but also I'm trying to just thinking spiritually, and I'm thinking about Jesus Christ dying for us on the cross, which I won't go into much of that, because even that is still something that I'm trying to comprehend. Do you understand? So, however, Ayman, go back. You say love is a sacrifice. I don't understand. Timber dog. I don't understand. I said, like, when you said that, for me, that's not the love I see on Instagram. Honestly, when you say love is a sacrifice, the relationship, you know how we see people and we're thinking relationship goals. Relationship goals or something. Right now we're in a era whereby love is like the ultimate thing. Getting married is the thing. So now
risky, but I'm gonna say it. I think the love that we have, the love of Jesus Christ, they cannot be equated, guys. For me, I feel like they cannot be equated.
Well.
Interesting. Let's give her a minute. What you saying?
Okay, so remember, if you're gonna go to the Bible route, Jesus Christ was a human being having a physical experience, but he was more spiritual than physical, right? And when he came for a mandate that God set apart for him, and it was not fully for the flesh, right? So, Reina, much as we, as human beings, as much as we are spiritual beings and also having a spiritual experience, I feel like we are more physical than spiritual. And with Jesus Christ, Monday, will you die for me? Going back to the song.
No, I love you, but no.
I'm not going to die for nobody. I'm not going to die for nobody. Right? And very lerato la gage la go gwela kwa ke gore a re bontshe gore re ka phela ka lona. So if we are human beings with the flesh, o tlo lemoga gore we want to benefit a lot more than what Jesus Christ. It doesn't benefit him to die. Do you think it benefit him? If he came, Jesus Christ, he doesn't care. But it was a mandate. Maybe it was a calling. Maybe it was his assignment. He ought to do it, right? Rena, on the other hand, as the people who are experiencing the flesh, then the mandate, Jesus Christ, but when he left Ashapisha, barutwana ba gage maoto o rile molao ke le fang ona ke goreng ratana. But then ratana ya rena, it's very, very selfish. That's why we want reciprocation, because if nka be re sa nyake reciprocation be re tlo dira lela la batho ba bagolo la gore le ge ntate letswalo a ka tsamaya a go batla pelo ya ka yo rata somebody else, that form of ownership ke le nyaka lerato le be mo ga ka tsamaya o rata motho mongwe ga ka dirang ke no dula nna se ke tseba ke maltsalo ke sa mrata ke tlo no ba kana mo ka ba ka mogwela. But why ge ntate letswalo a ka tsamaya re sharakana o feletse bile o hlakahlakana mo gopolong. So in conclusion to what I'm trying to say, I think we cannot equate our physical experience ya lerato as human beings to that of that is another level, guys. That is another level. But if you go back, maybe wa level la lerato la family o lerato la manyalo la ka bible ga o tsamaibi wa dula le go fisha wa fogotletsa seropeng gra the mandate ya lerato la sacrifice ya se nyake reciprocation wa dula. But then how many of us want to really stay?
But see, that's my thing, right? That's my thing, because for me, I'm saying I agree with you. We can't equate it, but then there's likeness to it. There's similarities that's there, right? Because what is it? It's similar because now you are hanging on,
yes,
and you're not necessarily getting the love back.
Yeah.
How is it different? It's not benefiting you. So this is not benefiting you the same way Jesus didn't benefit from dying for people that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm saying I hear all that you're saying, but maybe this Jesus one we could put it aside, because for me I'm saying there's likeness to it. And if we start going into the theories of the Bible in terms of what he said about you guys love each other, love yourself, love your neighbors. Your neighbors are not gonna necessarily reciprocate the love, but then you still need to love them, because that's, if you're a believer, then you want to do as Jesus said.
The oh my god. But sure. I just want to say that, okay, firstly, Mami, going back to when you're saying Lerato la Jesu Christ is so far ahead of us, kind of, in a way, right? It's out of this world. We cannot compare ourselves to him. I agree, we cannot compare ourselves to him. However, as you were saying that, what came to me is he was born in flesh, just as we were. And he too had to learn how to pray to his father. He too had to learn how to be in his father's house, how to read the word, how to go to pastors and preachers to learn more about his father. And then his relationship with God brought him to a place whereby then he himself was able to hear clearly and discern when God was speaking to him, 100%. Which gave him the strength to become what he became, right? Yes. So that tells me personally, okay, not just as I'm flesh, I came as flesh, I can learn. It's like conditioning, really. The more I put myself in a certain environment, the more I become like that environment. And I there are times whereby I'm just like, you know what? Maybe the goal can be the desire to want to love like Christ. We can want to love like Christ. I don't think that we are incapable of, as people, to love like Christ. I think our fear of being hurt is what is keeping us from doing that.
Not wanting to be vulnerable.
Not exactly. The parts that I think I've said this to you multiple times, or most of the time I've realized that even in friendships or families, people don't understand that in order for us to have that strong bond, we actually need to push past the vulnerabilities. You need to be willing to open yourself up to someone, even though you don't know that it's guaranteed that this person can hold your heart with delicate hands, you know, and trust that they have your best interest at heart. So the willingness, that's the thing, like the willingness to be vulnerable. I don't know if Lady M is really going to, when I tell her my secrets or my fears, is she going to see me? Is she going to judge me? Is she going to see me as a fool? Or when I say I love this guy or I love this person, but this person is not treating me very well, are you going to, because most of us are being judged. We're being judged for staying in certain friendships, relationships, or we're being judged for leaving. Either way, there's this concept of how people perceive me, how will I look to the world, as opposed to, okay, you know what, nah, I want to love. I really want to love with what I have. And whether or not I get hurt, the thing is that gift, the gift of being able to love someone. And whether or not you love me back, yes, it really is painful when you want someone to love you back. But if they don't, they don't, right? But when you love and you find that person finally gets to love you, or you love the right person who's willing to actually love you back, it's such a beautiful thing.
100%.
It's such a beautiful thing.
100%. And I think I just want to chip in from what you're saying to say we can learn go fihlela leratong le la Jesu Kriste le a nyakang re ba le lona a re shileng le lona a re ratileng ka lona, right? We can really strive to be there. I agree with you fully. My question to you ladies then would be, what happens, do you think, when God, Jesus Christ, realized that the love that we think we have, that you can even die. Go Corinthians 13, how Lerato does not keep records of wrong, it's not selfish, right?
Yeah.
So if Jesus Christ would approve that in relationships, in marriages, in family, in organizations where we need to display love, if we want to feel Lerato, le long rwa le deserve, I'm cutting this off, I'm leaving to get another love, or because Jesus Christ told what you say about that?
Something will come to me as well. But I mean, when you start, and this is a tricky thing, right? Because obviously Jesus came at some point in the narrative of religion, because obviously Christianity came with Christ, and before that the Bible, that religion, I don't know what to call it, before Christ. But I mean, from Moses' times, for example, there was a law to say you can leave your partner and you can get a certificate of divorce for whatever reason.
Okay.
Right? So it's there in the Bible.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. But now when Jesus came, because we are human, because people wanted to just hear the point of view from Jesus Christ, but also as part of testing him and all of that, they asked the question again to say, what does this mean, right? And if I remember, and then I'll need to go back to my Bible, but the one thing that he had said, he said, I understand Moses said to you guys that you can get a decree of divorce and all of that. But I'm saying that the moment you leave someone, you are, and I can't remember if it spoke from the male or the female side, but you are automatically making your partner a sinner. Yes, because now adultery is going to kick in and what. Okay. Things like that, right? But then he was more addressing the adultery part of it to say, how then do you avoid, how do you avoid the adultery? Because I think it gets complex, and I'm not a pastor and all, but there is guidance in terms of that in the Bible, and I think, I mean, knowing what we know and what we've seen in terms of different settings of love affairs and all of that, and how other people actually lose their lives, as you said, you mentioned it from the beginning that other people die for love.
Yeah.
Can it really, can we really substantiate someone dying for love? Can we?
Okay. Interesting. Can we? Hey,
oh guys, I'm sorry, but I keep making notes because I have questions.
We all have questions.
Okay, I think, Mami, please clarify your question.
Yeah.
Are you asking, should people stay even if we're basing love on loving like Christ did? Are we saying that people should stay in unhappy relationships, whether it's family, friendship, and romantic? Is that what you're asking?
Yes. I get we are taking what Jesus Christ said, which is a sacrifice. How did Jesus Christ sacrificed himself?
He did.
So, loving in a Jesus Christ way, because we are leaning towards learning how he loves, right? Do we stay?
In the name of love, or do we not? That's what you're asking.
We stay for love.
Okay. As when you were saying that, what came to mind was, I remember the story about when Jesus Christ went to a certain, he was with his disciples and they were going city to city to pray, do miracles, and all these amazing things where people's faith now are being awakened. And I remember one of the stories where a lot of people came to see him. Yes. And then he got up and he was leaving. And one of the disciples said to him, Jesus, you can't leave. All these people are here to see you. And he said, no, I need to go and talk to my father. It's time to go see my father. And this is me paraphrasing, but I remember understanding that he was leaving the masses there to go spend time with his father. For me, that taught me that he has boundaries. He has boundaries. Yes, I'm here to save you and I'm here to love you, but I still have someone that I am
accountable
to. Yes. someone I'm obedient to, someone that is above me, someone that I'm accountable to, and he comes before everything else. And I've realized that, you know what, I'm listening to you, Oblela, some people who are dying because of love. And I'm not going to judge anyone, right? It just makes me wonder sometimes that when we are dying because someone can love us back, this person is worth you dying. Doesn't this mean you've made this person your idol now? Isn't he your God now?
Okay.
So if this person says, I don't love you, then we believe that we're no longer good enough to be loved. What about the other people who love us? What about the other people who love us? Because sometimes, yes, we do it for the romantic reasons. My romantic partner doesn't love me. And honestly, it's a painful thing, especially for people who have invested so many years in that life, building something and lost out. Some people have sacrificed their careers to build something with this person who can easily, or not even easily, but they leave you and you're left with nothing. But then now it's like life is no longer worth it. It's not me saying you're wrong to do that. It's me saying, like, do you know how painful that is? To believe that my life has now succumbed to this one person. It means I've made this person my whole world, my God, my ultimate. And we really, most of the time, idolize some relationships that we have. I honestly, I can say that I didn't even notice that I had times in my own life where I realized that I was so afraid of losing particular people in my life. And I just wondered, I was too afraid. I was like, God, if I were to lose this, what would become of me? And yet, these are the same relationships that I asked God for. So he was my source to get blessed with certain things. And then when I get a little afraid or a little uncomfortable with something, what did I do? Now I'm living in fear. I forgot who my source is. Or even though I acknowledge that he's present, how do I now go back to him and be like, without them, I'm nothing. But who gave you these people? Who gave you these blessings? It was him. He gave me life. He gave this other person life. Whoever it is that I love so much, it was God. So why is it now that if this person leaves, why can I not trust that the same God who provided me this love can give it to me again?
Oh my gosh.
And why do we always think that when you lose this love, it means you can never find greater love? Said who? Said who?
Okay.
Oh my, so yeah, man.
Love. So what I'm picking up, you're saying boundaries.
Yes. Boundaries.
But when is it enough? When is it enough to say, you mentioned something about how Jesus left the masses and said, somewhere it reminded me of Abraham or Abraham before he was Abraham. God commanded him
to take his only son
and leave. No, not even. Okay, that too. Isaac, right?
Okay.
He left his family.
Yes.
From people he thinks, Bamurata, this is family. This is it. So you're just replaying a lot of that. But question is, when is it enough? Who gets to say that it's enough for a boundary? And
I think that's a great question, really. And in the case here, Abraham now, he was, and you know what, I was thinking about that story when we're talking about sacrifice. But here's the thing, him being loved by his family, that's amazing and that's great. And it's not great to want to leave the people that you love, the people that at that point you're thinking, I'm the one providing for these people, right? And who are they without me, or who am I without them? But also, who am I living for? Who creates? If I believe that I'm here in this earth for God's mandate, then who am I supposed to be obedient to? Who am I supposed to listen to above all else? Who am I supposed to trust with my life with? If he's the one saying, this is where I want you to go, why do I find it so, and we do find it hard to choose where to go, right? When God says go that way and you're like, you know, God, let your will be done. But I mean, don't touch this part. This part, the money part. If it has less money, or if I have to use, don't do it. Let's not do it, right? But then I think it really is important to go back and say, my why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why do I want to stay where I'm staying? Who am I trying to serve? Is it just only about my people? If you are saying you want to serve God, doesn't that mean that he should be then your, what's the thing, the south, north, and what's that thing called?
Compass.
Okay. Thank you. Then shouldn't he be our compass? And honestly, I'm speaking to myself too. It's not that I'm getting it all perfect. But I just know that most of the time, that's why I feel like God was just revealing that, okay, is it me that you want? Or is it the people that you want? I can give you this. But I want to know if you want me, entirely me, then that means sometimes you have to leave what I've given you behind and follow me.
What do you think? You've been quiet there, Lady M. Are you digesting?
And some good pointers that you guys are mentioning. I mean, it's amazing. I'm with you. I'm enjoying this.
I wanna, maybe you want to highlight something you have there, because I wanna change the the concept of love, because I feel we paint it so beautifully with the spiritual aspect of love, right? I want to take it to mental health, psychological part of love, my favorite
your
subject.
favorite
And probably physical intimacy, not just emotional intimacy, but I guess intimacy, talking about sex.
Just a quick question. We don't have to talk about this now, but just throwing it in the air. But like, does love know color? Does love know color? I'm so fascinated. Anyways. You said you have a question.
Okay, does love know color? Interesting.
Yeah, not that's why. No.
I know.
You had I don't know why I'm making those sounds. I mean, it's just a question.
I love that question. I think you have a question. It's the very same question I wanted to ask her. About flaws, respecting flaws.
Yes.
For me, it took me back to the trauma. You know, when someone comes in, I was exposed to love in a relationship or marriage, or in a workspace. What I know the trauma, and then I in this new company, but then you know, and then. Similar to relationships, or you know. So for you to come and say, respect my flaws, I'm very much interested for you to unpack that. I don't know, what question did you have around that? Is it?
Yes, I was going to ask you, what does respecting your flaws look like?
Okay,
Wow, guys, like, I'm just intrigued by everything and how, you know, everything is coming together. And I'm already liking that you're opening up the trauma thing, you know, coming with different trauma. So respecting flaws, and I think I may have also touched on the diversity element as well, to say, you know, we love differently, we've got our flaws, right? And you know, in some cases, like we're not perfect, all of us in our own. We're not perfect. We have our weaknesses. We have our strengths, right? But then I don't believe that our weaknesses should necessarily be a deal breaker, or should be the reason not to respect the next person. If I can put it that way. The most beautiful things have come out of some of the flaws. You need to understand. I mean. The reason I'm mentioning that I like that you opened up the trauma conversation is because some of the flaws are not even real flaws, right? Could be just trauma that just has been
dealt with.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But then as friends, as a couple, as whatever relationship that you have in love, as you work through some of these dynamics, you know, it can mushroom into such a beautiful thing. The love. Never heard of. You know, and love. Jesus, like
you should see her at the back. She's here. She's
here. So I think, and it goes back to what you're saying about that you matter, right? Because also people look at you and see your flaws and then like, you know, then they don't take you as a human being, or they don't respect you as the person that you are. But my flaws shouldn't be. They you know, they're all an end of the
rounder, of who you are.
Exactly.
Got you.
Exactly. But also something maybe that I can just throw in there is there is, because as you guys are speaking as well, I'm thinking about what you're saying. Sorry, so now I'm responding to you guys, and I'm mixing everything in there, right? Because I'm thinking about what you're saying about when people are defensive and all, right? And I'm thinking, I mean, I can think about myself that I'm possibly in that mix of people, and I'm trying to reflect on it as well as I'm listening and thinking about other things, and I'm like, but what can we do to fix that? You know, to remedy. And I'm just thinking about some of the things, and now I'm going to touch in the work in love or workspace where you want to make everybody feel that they matter. And the one thing that I can reference back to when I was still at another workplace where we used to have mental conversations. Literally every week there would be mental conversations, because the one thing is that we know, Gaspedi, they say, we go by Salina Nana, and the moment you're grown, we can try these things, you know, resolution. We speak about it earlier, that when you are older and now you're trying to exercise, and the next thing you go on the 1st of January, then by the 3rd you are done for the year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but something that we used to do consistently because we knew that we were older. We're trying to just make sure that we don't forget some of these key takeaways of mental health and just taking care of ourselves. We used to have weekly conversations, and I think it used to matter so much. Because a constant reminder that guys, take care of yourselves. Let's take care of each other as a team. Remember to take it easy on yourself. Know when you're okay, know when you're not okay. I think that's a love. I think that's you know what I mean. In a work relationship, I think that's something that you would say you would want.
And it also helps. Sorry to interject. Productivity campaign because everyone else is taking care of themselves. We're taking care of each other as a group. So
and you get to also know about these flaws that we're speaking about. We know because we get to be vulnerable with each other, and we know this one is stronger here, this one is not so stronger. How do we hold each other accountable to be better? In a bigger space and grow going forward.
I love that.
I'm gonna stop here because I speak about everything at once and I end up moving away from what the main question.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, so you're writing
I think
a whole lot of things.
I wrote a lot of things here. But
thinking,
here when you were saying what does it look like respecting traumas to your flaws, you were saying that I hope you can tell me if I'm saying it right or not, but you were saying that we can sorry, my brain just went somewhere else
sorry,
for a second.
You
spoke about deal breakers, that some flaws do not have to be deal breakers, and we can also recognize that it's okay for them to be deal breakers for other people, right? Depending, but I love what you said, that sometimes we think things are flaws, but actually that trauma, undealt trauma, as she added on, and I think that's actually a beautiful distinction right there. And I think being able to recognize one from the other could just be one of those things. Like there needs to be a level of awareness, right, for that to even be able to show up, for you to be able to tell them apart. And guys, but I remember one of the questions that I noted here is I wanted to ask, how do you take care of yourself mentally now? I feel like this can be one of our wrap-up questions. Maybe one of our wrap-up questions. Yes, so respecting traumas. Guys, I can't. This statement, I love this. Respect my flaws, respect my trauma. And I think I can love and appreciate what you're saying about the workspace, being able to have weekly mental conversations, and importantly what you're saying about when you know the next person's flaw or their weakness. I mean, the approach at how you address things with this person changes. The way you speak to me will not be the same way you speak to
because you're aware.
You're aware. Yes, you are. And I've realized that honestly, with how we were saying, even when we communicate, the how matters. This creates that beautiful safe space where we can actually do that. And I just want to take great acknowledgement for that company that you were working for. That's amazing. That is amazing. No, really, I love that. I think I just want to sit in there for a minute. I just want to sit in there for a minute. I feel like more organizations can be doing stuff like that. The same way that they value sales, the same way that they value clients' joy. And I've seen companies that are very good with culture about putting their clients first. But no culture. But where's the culture for putting our employees first? I remember I think on Instagram or somewhere I was reading one of some CEO, kind of like your Simon Sinek, I think it was him if I'm not mistaken, where he was talking about how they had some rude clients now and again, and these rude clients would be so disrespectful to their employees that the employees would try to do whatever above and beyond, but they would still not be satisfied. So they decided to let go of the clients because now they were creating employees that were being traumatized and unhappy, and they work very hard on their culture. And I thought, imagine that. Instead of always saying the client is always right, but also looking at our own employees, because we understand that in order for this company to grow and become something, our people need to be happy too.
Oh my gosh.
So I like
oh my gosh, stop. I like it. Stop it, I like it. I like it. And I think I just want to maybe chip in on the issue of unresolved traumas, right? And say, in my mind, I'm just thinking,
loves trauma talk, guys. She's here for
don't tell.
She's here for don't tell.
So I feel like the part, the trauma being unresolved. If you do, for example, share with a person, remember, really we love, and when we love, we are vulnerable. The minute you're telling someone your trauma, your traumas, and you say, hey babe, or hey friend, company, employee, colleague, this is what I'm going through. They're aware that and all of that, but still they use it against you. They use it against you whilst they're aware. You have so much leg to stand on. Because why? I'm being vulnerable with you.
Correct.
Why you bring it up?
Correct.
Why are you using that for promotion? Why are you using the fact that I exposed myself to you to say I've been newly diagnosed with this condition? I've went through this, but then still you're using that. It has more to do with the other person than you. So as a human being, I guess it also says to you, it's either I'm going to be a victim, something without your control, without your power. That power, I'm here. So it's either you're going to allow them to take something that you're not proud of, not because you're proud, you allowed it to happen, but it happened because you did not have the power to control it, right? Wadula waba victimized when war joker ban tsebela ba tseba re nkile ka diragala ke se then e re ke shrink, or you are able to become a survivor. Oh, come. Hey, come ke wona gore na o tlo shumisha that thing, or so for me ke feel like in between someone not respecting how much trauma, how much of an experience and upbringing you've had and whatever, it's about them more than it's about you when they use that against you in a way, so yeah, just thought I'd chip in there.
And I hear that one. I do hear that. I want to ask, because I would say that, I'm sure most of us have had an incident or two where really something that was fragile or vulnerable, or even maybe not entirely trauma, but an incident that was not ideal, right? That could land you in uncomfortable waters, and someone was privy to that information. Now this person trying to use it against you, as you've said, and you're saying that it says more about them, yes, than it does about you. However, how do I even phrase this? I remember being in some sort of something similar to that, right? And I just remember being there and being, I think first the shock of, oh my God, someone is capable of such cruelty, first that shock of that. And then secondly, how do I stand up for myself when I am the girl who does not prefer conflicts? I'm the girl who, at the time, please not. Yeah. Don't try me now.
Definitely not.
Don't try me now. But the girl who would, like, at the corner, she's the last to speak. Or even if she even does speak, for those people who are in their shell, how do you stand up for yourself? What do you say to those who are not like you, are like, oh, bring it on, because you have the courage, you're bold enough to do that. But what about the people who are yo, I don't like I get tell it. I don't like it tell it. Yo, like me. Now I think like I like me.
I'm gonna expatiate on the very same point that I said about it's more about the other person than it's about you, because remember an enemy strive more on your limitations. Ke ra re shitse bolela ka lerato re nya go bona re motho ke friend o ba ke enemy, right? Motho a go ratang, they won't strive on your limitation. They will have to step in. Oh, my person I know right? Majority of the times, I'm just gonna make an example. When Remoto are popil, you know what petty people do? They go back to their childhood and say, she used to and bring it back, and they take the very same thing ugly and bring it here to say compete with that. But then you said something very beautiful and say, don't mess with me now. You have the leverage. I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah,
I'm here now. That used to be me, but even like Saropolan too, because I dealt with it in therapy. Because the power I would deal a little go identifier, waba aware or this is it used to be my weak point. What do I do now? I senga trigger over something related to then I bring her forth. That thing why there are strength. Sarah, when I self what's about no, I every time I was on drinking, I diagnosed I guess I have a child. Okay, so and then hey, so boring further and stuff. This is you saying I've got charge over. So I think the most important thing, I know there are trauma intervention or whatever, but what I'm just trying to say, what triggers you. Ke go bona lo ka something e be ditse o haunta e bile batho ba itse ba ile go di 15. They want to bring it to the first, but re jile go pepeneng win tshije so ga isa na matla already, because why you've dealt with it. You've dealt with sin. You've dealt with the enemy. Then what leg do they stand on?
Okay, so I think what I'm recognizing is you are from here where the person had some stuff they're not proud of, and then to the I've dealt with it, it no longer has power. But here is the middle, right? And in the middle, this is where here is the issue. I'm still this thing, I need to work on it. How do I deal with it? And I love some of the steps that you shared. That first you need to recognize it. Recognize that this thing has power over me, or whenever this thing happens, or whenever I'm faced with confrontation, I freeze up. I don't speak for myself. Or whenever I'm put in the spot, I just get tongue-tied. And I did realize that for those having counseling, and it's not everyone who goes to counseling, which is it really helps. It really helps when you find the right person. That is, oh my god, it's a whole different story. But yes, when you find that right person who's willing to listen, and I'm just saying that for some people who maybe they're not yet at a stage where they're also open to opening themselves up to that. But with the trauma part, I realized that some of the things that did help me personally with what you said, identifying that, that's why I've realized for every time a person comes to me and they say something like, you think you're a Miss Goody T-shirt, like, no,
okay,
that inferior me used to I used to want to close up. It used to make me feel small, and it used to make me not want to say anything anymore. I didn't want to exist like in a platform of, so the less I could be seen, the better, right? And in retrospect, I realized that's what the next person wanted. So they say this thing to make you feel so that you don't want to do it because you think you're better than everyone, right? But then realizing, no man, I don't like it when I show up like this as an inferior person, because it's not how I want to be. It's not how I want to live my life, because I realize that it affects other areas too. When now I learn to close up and not want to say, but now how do I overcome this thing? So now I learn, okay, so girl has this issue that whenever someone says this, she acts up this way. Okay, now that I know this is kind of one of the people that I have this, I don't want to name them as an enemy, but someone who comes and tries to bring you down, Now I realize, okay, how do I deal with this person next time? The next time someone says this to me, how do I deal with it that I'm ready? Girl, listen, my mirror, if it could talk, the stories it would tell. Okay, we had to rehearse some things, because sometimes the confidence is not there, but you need to train yourself to be able to stand up for yourself. So, but anyways, guys, I'm saying a lot, but sometimes identify, as she said, and when you realize I have this problem, identifying it, and secondly, how can this is how I handled it, acknowledge it, sit in it, because sometimes you feel ashamed that I didn't stand up for myself. Do you know how much shame there is in that when you couldn't stand up for yourself and you feel like you disappointed yourself? That is a painful thing. And then now recognizing, okay, this is how I dealt with it, but now how can I deal with it? How do I want to deal with it going forward? And now that's the story you replay in your mind. Like that's the story I would replay in my mind. This is how I'm gonna deal with things. And I realized the more I would replay things how I want them to be, when I was faced with that, like it wouldn't phase me. First time, like fifth time or something, it would just be a breeze, and my mind would remind, girl, did you see how you handled that? I'm like, did I? I did not. Oh, girl, you did. Do you know? So, but anyways,
let's go to the mental health. Love and mental health. What did you, or before, do you have something there?
No, here I had just made a note of just saying that you can love someone and still leave.
Okay.
But I think as we go into this topic, we can talk more.
Love and leave.
We can love and leave.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So do you see love hurts? Imagine being loved and left.
Well, we did say it's about, vulnerability and sacrifice. And sometimes that sacrifice actually is for yourself. Because I think most of the time we think the sacrifice is for the next person. But sometimes if I am in a relationship with you, or I love you, Lady M, and I do feel that in this love, I'm as she was saying, dying, in a sense that I don't feel loved, I don't feel seen or valued. And I decide that I want to stop. I love you, like I wholeheartedly love you, but you can't love me back. Me deciding that I need to stop this relationship, it's sacrifice, because I love where I love this person, but because I can't have that, it's painful, but I need to let go. It's also sacrifice. It's sacrifice, Leon. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Love it. So I just want to check with you guys, or what do you guys think that people need? Relationships, marriages need, companies need for as part of and parcel of love, so that their minds, their mental well-being is in check, their mental health is proper.
So basically, what are people looking for in love?
I guess, however way you might put it. But what is it that people need as part and parcel of love for mental health, for when it will be sharp?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yes, Lady M.
No, I'm just thinking, of the basic stuff, right? Because sometimes I think we complicate it.
Okay.
Really, right? And I think
Are you not far? Sorry.
I don't think I am.
Okay.
For you I can do anything.
Yeah.
Because I love you, right?
There we go. Love is a doing word.
And I like reciprocating, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I am. Yes.
She did say she wants it back. She must keep it back.
So yeah.
To the client.
So you're gonna get closer.
Yes, I'm closer.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes just the basics, making sure that you people will want to be heard, right? People want to be heard, in order for them to know that they're loved. So you are hearing me, you are responding to. So I say generic, I'd say communication. So because obviously communication would be listening, hearing, doing, all of that.
Yeah.
Communication would be key, and that's one thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Respect, right? And respect just sounds like respect, but it goes deeper. It goes deeper because you can respect me as a person, respect my values, respect the person I am, my flaws, appreciate my strengths, all of that. So I think it all goes together. It can go wide. And also, considering that we're diverse, and when I say diverse, I don't just mean, race, all of that. So we are diverse in that we love differently, as an example. We love differently. I'm going to keep it at love differently because obviously then the way you show affection would differ from one person to another. But all of these concepts, and I'm going to go, I might just go ahead or just ask Pitu to just go in again. All of them are, it's like a
circle of life.
Correct,
kind of,
correct. Iterative, like they're all linked to each other because they talk to each other. You listen, you respect, you do, all of this coming together. So I think those are the big ones I'm thinking about at the moment in terms of what people would require to show, so that how did you say
mental
it?
health.
You framed it. You framed the question nicely.
I said, what are people looking for in love?
In love, being respected, the communication, the reciprocation. Yes, I love you, love me back. I'll add on as we go. I'm just trying to.
Sure. You want to go into? I actually have a follow-up question. She said something very nice, but you can go ahead.
Okay, so yes, I agree with most of what Lady M said. I had even actually written, the first one was to be seen.
To be seen.
To be seen.
Yes.
To be seen, and I wrote not only seen but heard. And after you hear me, value me. I want to feel valued. Do you see me here with you? Do you see me in the way I try to show up for you? Do you see me in my struggles and trying to fight through them? And do you hear me when I speak? Do you hear? Are you listening to what I'm saying? Because I've realized that most of the time we sit, we talk, but you can see how people talk over each other. I don't feel heard, and the next person also doesn't feel heard, and we just like and you can see it's very hard to someone does not feel. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but like I've noted that I have experienced the thirst of being heard. Like I can be surrounded by people and be able to talk to a lot of, but feel
you're not being
thirsty.
heard.
Yes, I feel thirsty, and I never knew that such a thing could exist. But I could feel the thirst that I'm not heard. I'm not heard. And maybe someone can say what I've said to them, say it back, replay, but I can still see that you didn't hear what I'm saying.
Because you're not very analytic. So.
I don't think so. No.
I think and it's a pity because some of the conversations we've had in the background and your viewers wouldn't be privy to them, right? But then I think it goes back to what you were saying about let's just not talk for the sake of talking.
Because
I think that's where it's coming from, because you're generally opening your heart, being vulnerable with a person, hoping that they will hear you, but then they don't hear you.
Legit.
It's
I interrupted you there.
No, it's okay.
Please continue.
Okay. I don't want to
actually to myself. I'm joking.
Oh, boy. You see what I have to deal with. All right. No, man, like being heard. And you know what I've realized is that when it comes to being heard, most of the challenge is that when someone speaks about something, and then let's say, for example, I say, Lady M, I want to share with you something that when you said this, you hurt me. Do you know that most people don't listen with the intention of trying to understand what the next person is? The first thing is defense. Like, how do I defend myself? How do I make a case for myself? How do I stand up for myself in this situation? And most of the time, if you realize that sometimes when you're trying to talk to someone, people are just defensive on the go, and you're just like,
you don't get me.
No, like, yeah, like, hear me out. And that thing of, that's just a whole different conversation. But I've realized that sometimes we don't listen with the intention of understanding the next person, even though it's painful and uncomfortable for us to receive. And I noted that sometimes, most of the time, we like to be in control. So if the next person is now sharing things where I don't feel in control, or they're telling me they're going through things that I cannot control, other people want to do solutions. Sometimes the person doesn't need solutions. They just need you to be present and listen and see them, right? Hear them, let them see that they are seen and they matter, and you're in it with them even though you don't get it. And then there are other times whereby a person does need someone to come up with solutions, but other times it's like, right now it's not time for solution, it's time for venting. Let's just vent. And other times it's, you've hurt me, let me communicate this with you. I don't want to sit with it. But then we are so afraid of, I don't even know, right now I don't even want to go into the why people become so defensive. But then it makes other people to pull away, or both people will be now using words against each other, because I can't let you hurt me. I can't walk away from this. I must win. From now it's like a war against each other, you know. But anyway, that's another whole thing. And I think mostly with everything a lot of things that we've spoken about, how we need communication. This is us saying, do you see me? Do you hear me? This is communication, right? And what is important, one of the most important things that I was even telling Masapo earlier today was that, you know, the delivery of anything is very important. Like you can, a person can hurt you deeply, and however, we are responsible for how we deliver the message. And honestly, I know personally how I've seen how a person who is normally fighting, but if you find a way to deliver something, and I don't mean like, I don't even know how to use the words. I can't find the words right now in my vocabulary, but just finding a way to be respectful and humble and still be able to express yourself. You'd be surprised at the outcome that you get from the next person. Most people just tend to get angry and fight, and sometimes we don't need that. Like, just be respectful and package whatever you have to say. And the outcome, oh my God, even if this person doesn't react that well, trust and believe that there are other people around you that are observing how you handle situations. Work and home is a perfect place for us to practice these things. Outside on the street, you think you're going to do it right in the workplace, but you're not doing it right with the people around you, your friends, your family. That's where we practice all these things. When you get to the workspace, it's a natural, and other people are thinking, no, when I get the perfect happy and whatever, that's when I'll start. No. You start with the people around you.
And with yourself.
And with yourself, right? The way how do you even speak to yourself? So, yeah, but I'm saying a lot of things. But anyways, I loved what you were saying about respecting flaws. I feel like that's something I'd love to talk about. More like I have more questions about that. But ultimately, what I'm trying to wrap all this thing about is that people want to know that they matter. They want to know what their life means something. Even though I don't look fancy, I don't have this simple thing like someone who's clean. I've seen people how just greeting someone, and not just, I've learned, I don't know if I read it somewhere where someone was talking about the importance of making eye contact when you speak to someone. And I realized that when someone is sweeping, instead of just dumelang and just passing by, literally like dumelang, like eye, and seeing them, and I would notice how tomorrow this person, when they're looking, and then when you're coming, it's like, and you can see that this person's spirit is just simply because someone was able to see them. Like, I matter as a person. None of this defines me as a person. Like, see me for who I am. Give me a moment of your time.
If you're here already, you know what to do. Like,
subscribe,
comment, and share. Okay. Yes. So guys, I know we'll go on and on. So let's run to, not really run, but let's move to the issue of physical. How do we show love physically? Because we are body, mind, spirited beings, right? We tackled the spirit, we tackled the mind. Now we're going to the body. Commenta. Guys, when do you know that someone loves you? When we come to the flesh. How do we know that someone loves you? We spoke about respect, we spoke about boundaries, mental traumas, and how communication, the communication part, it fills up the feelings, the emotions, and how do we know if someone loves us physically? With me,
lead the way. She hasn't said.
I've been making us
you know what I mean?
Right. Okay, I'm gonna say one thing that I think. I think physically.
Is this sorry?
other people love sex. Okay, that's number one.
Okay.
Other people love sex to a point where engaging sexually, it's a form of communication of love, because then they would want to engage in such a way that intimacy share with anybody. You know that this particular activity that we're doing, it's for me and you, right? But with that being said, but with the very same issue of sex, other people are saying because the sex is not done right, it means right? Or they would want to, I love you, I want to stay for everything else, but because I want a good sex, I will just short left and come back. So love, it's sex.
Okay. How about you, Lady M?
Yeah, man, it's for me, it's a little bit tricky, right? Because someone could just say, oh, hugging, I hug my friends, I kiss whomever and whatnot. But I also think about those traditional people, especially from a black community where they're not very expressive physically.
Yes.
So I guess then maybe in that case, with parents, some parents are really not...
They don't
affection. They don't show that well physically. You know it, that they love you.
Yeah.
Some correct. Exactly. But you know what, big boy or some would say to Lisholori, there's a fridge and it's full of food. You see, I love you. This is what it is, right? I guess yeah, they for them just giving that support, providing for you school food, whatever. But yeah. So that's what I'm thinking about at the moment.
Okay, physically. All right. I want to ask on the question, on the statement that I just gave, sex.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you guys think people can use sex to indicate love?
I think they can.
Do you think it's fair to base love on sex?
I think different people should love differently. And I think it's because we have different needs, emotional needs, physical needs, mental needs, because I know there are different people that say, now for me to feel loved, I want someone who will buy me certain things. It's not really because, some say it's not really because the material things, but the fact that I see you be willing to go out of your way to get me a thing. Maybe that the person did not have growing up, or money was not something they had. So when I see someone does a monetary thing, they feel loved by that.
Okay.
But okay, going back, guys. Actually, I feel like I wanted to ask, not even. I feel like not even. I feel like you want that topic for what love is.
So she's trying to get what
you know what. We don't want to
I'm
talk
glad you
about.
brought that up.
Thank you.
Because I could just see that even the way she's expanding on it is like, it's almost like, maybe let's just continue this direction.
She didn't even ask me what's my answer. The way she's like, I want the sex part. Then you should bring. Yes, I
Now we are like our parents were traditional. We don't like showing love physical
or on camera.
And talking about
business.
Lima China, but
y'all are not gonna get this part of the interview.
Wow, guys, in a place at the top.
You're not getting this.
And I'm
You're
happy.
not privy.
The second one.
Some people are privy to some information. You're not privy to some.
Exactly.
Never. Oh, that can't now. I'm really bored.
Wow, this is so funny. Yes,
We're not going to talk about it on camera.
okay.
With who? For the what? Ma'am, I asked you how you view love. What love is? Sex. Okay, sharp. And ma'am here, Lady M spoke to about different ways that people are not all expressive.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not all expressive physically. People do. action. Most people say action speaks louder than words,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I think that's where mostly say, oh, that's how you know someone loves you.
Yeah.
It's not just talk. I love you, I love you. We can all say I love you and put it on replay all day.
Exactly.
But are you willing to show up? And it's not even only about showing up in a way that you want, but it's like, are you considering what I value too?
Yep.
If I say I value quality time, all right?
I'm okay.
Also-
Sorry, I'm fine. Do you think there's a difference between loving someone and just being, is it infatuated or having like, is it infatuation?
There is infatuation.
Infatuation. Okay, so do you think there's a difference between love and like?
Often we there's a saying about how we as family partners, romantic partners, there's a saying, or where people always say to each other that they love each other, but the one thing that has been apparent recently is that there isn't always the like element. And in saying that, and I'm going to explain, because now you ask if there's a difference between the love and the like.
Yeah.
The way I see it, for example, is for example, family is family, right? And most of the times we love our family, right? Because they are our blood, but not necessarily that we would like them.
Yeah.
For example, if someone gets into trouble in family, most likely you'll help them get out of the trouble and this and that because you love them. But you won't necessarily say, for example, you wouldn't necessarily just call this person because you don't really relate with anything. It's just your blood, but then you can't relate with anything over and above the fact that you're family. That's how I get to think about it. And sometimes I'm thinking about also just romantic relationships, about how when I think about arranged marriages, you go, the family goes and marry whomever, wherever, and that person comes and becomes your wife or becomes your husband. Most likely you don't know this person.
Yeah.
So you most likely won't even love and like them at first.
Yeah.
But possibly over time, as you start having kids, maybe you must start with the love. This is my husband. I married him. We're having kids. We're sharing, sexual love or whatever. Then over time, as you start spending time with each other, grow your family, then the like element comes into play.
Yeah.
Because you start realizing that, so you do this, something that I like, something that when you're not even around to show me, then I'm like, I miss that person.
Yeah.
I know if he was here, he would do this, or he would be saying this, or things like that. So that's more or less how I'm thinking about it.
And maybe as a follow-up question, that maybe you can also answer it. What happens then with the definition that she gave of like and love? What happens when someone falls in a relationship or falls in a marriage for certain benefits? And once those benefits are no longer there, I will make, for example, two things. This person got ill and was diagnosed with certain illnesses that impede sexual engagement, or this person used to provide financially, and that person now will and then those benefits, sex and money, are no longer there, and then they decide, I think I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm leaving because of this and this. How do you define that? Is it love? Is it like? Is it both? Do they just grow out of love? What's happening?
Okay, firstly, I have to admit that as I told you ladies, I think the day before, that I struggle with this concept of love and like, right? I know that I love some people, and I know that I like them too, a lot. And then I know that there are people that I do like, but I don't know if I love them, right? And then there are people that I do love them, but I don't know if I don't like. I know there are things about them that I don't like, but I don't know if do I not like them entirely, if that makes sense. Like I might not like I don't like the way you chew your gum, or I don't like the way you address people. I don't like the way you are so selfish and you don't consider other people's feelings. But does that mean that I don't love you? I don't know. Like it's I don't know, it's like my little mind, I can say, just cannot I
differentiate the two.
No, I can differentiate. I can kind of differentiate the two. It's just that
Don't know if they can coexist, almost like coexist.
I think it's like I think that the other can coexist. Like I know that love and like can be together, right?
Yes.
And then I know that I can like someone and not love them.
Yes.
And then there's that part where I know I can love them, but can I not like them? I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry, but I'm learning y'all here. But I don't know. I just I can say, man, especially with this in being in a marriage, and they're like, I love her, but I don't like her. What do you mean? How did you love her? You know, sometimes I was like, how did you?
Because of the sex.
But you don't like her.
Is that like or love?
Love.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking maybe you there's a human being. You love your kid so much. You look at them and you just think of their mother. Like she gave me this,
and you love her for that.
You love her for that,
But you don't like her. Because it's
Yes. You're not infatuated by her.
Most likely, I won't even.
She's not appealing.
Yeah, or even our conversations we don't really have. I'd rather go and speak to, I don't know. We can't have meaningful conversations or.
I think with this one, sorry to just cut you off.
No problem.
I just feel like I don't know if it's one of those things, you know, when you're like a kid and then you've always believed the center and then someone tells you there's no center and you you hear it, but you just can't understand. And you don't know if it's because you don't want to believe it, or is it because you just don't see a world where that doesn't? I don't know. Like I don't know where I'm at in that. I just know that I'm really I'm uncertain about this part of the topic. I just know that, and I think. But also when you spoke about infatuation, you spoke about love and liking, right? I can say that I can acknowledge the fact that I've noted and I've knowingly like been in certain. Let's say I think infatuation is in romantic relationships, right? I don't know if do we have infatuation between like people? Like, can I be infatuated with the kind of friend you would be, or is it just only because normally it's used only in romance, the infatuation. So, but yes, I know that I've like knowingly known people who can go into a relationship and be able to say, I think it's an infatuation, but I'm interested in seeing once the infatuation fades, what is this? What becomes of it? Like, do I like you after the infatuation? Do I like who you are, and then does it ultimately build to love? I can see that stage of infatuation. I can see where you either decide I know that I don't love this person, but do I like them? And then realizing, I don't think I like them enough to get to the love stage, right? I just think I have a confusion when it goes backwards. Like when it's this way, 1 + 1, number 2, number 3, but when it's like, when you're saying backwards, 3, go 2, go 1.
Who come up with this concept anyway?
Like really? Why are you confusing me? Like what happened to Santa?
Last question.
But wait.
Yes.
I'm going to still hear, and maybe this might just clarify, right? The question, you went on and you asked the question to say, what happens in the case where you were married for specific benefits and you lose them? I don't know what your thoughts are about that, and if maybe that might just link up with the like and the love for you or not.
I was still stuck on the first question.
Oh yeah.
No, like not now. I'm just saying when she was asking that, I was still like, I don't know if I can go there. I'm still here, trying to figure that out. And I don't know if I want to answer that while I'm thinking about it now. But do you want to say something
about that? Because I'm just thinking. So. Yeah.
Did you love the person or did you love the thing? Right.
Yeah. So I think we also have to be mindful of how we apply the like and the love, right? Because over time, and I think this is something you said, that love evolves. I think you mentioned something like this the last time we spoke about this. Because if we were to apply the love definition alone, as per the Bible, as you're saying that love is selfless, love doesn't keep records of wrongs and this and that and that, most likely the love definition may just incorporate the like in it, and that's it, right? But then because we've evolved so much, that's why maybe we're here, where we're speaking about like independent of love, right?
Makes sense.
Yes. So and I'm also thinking towards the question that you asked to say, what does it mean then? If you are here for the security, you are here for the money, just so approximately, exactly. Is it the love, the context of this evolved love, that has a like element that didn't exist in this specific setup?
Yeah, like I think what I was even saying when you were saying that is it love or did you love the person or did you love the thing? Right? Did you love? Because if you love, the person without the thing, there's still
love.
Actually, I was about to say, even if you love the person without the thing, they're still themselves, but that's not the truth. Because people sometimes change when they lose things, especially like men, if they stop being able to provide. They're no longer the same person now.
Okay.
So you're dealing with a whole different person.
You might have loved him, but because he's also have changed, you don't like the person they are now. Okay, that's right.
And then, but also it's, okay, wait, are you even being honest with yourself about why you're getting into whatever union this is? And I think,
it's a tricky thing.
Hi guys, you know what? It's too late in the night to be thinking.
Yeah, but also I like that it's like this, right? And it goes back to how this can be so personal.
Yes,
it can be so personal. And also I like that this gives us a chance to hear from your viewers in terms of what they think and how they've seen this play out in their environments.
As a belief, guys, is it love? Is it like, can they coexist? Like, we want them to come back again.
Can I like you
Please
and not
comment.
love you? Can I love you and not like you? Do I have to have both? Hi guys,
It's like a prerequisite for love. What's happening there? Or is it stages, right?
can I love you without liking you? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah, but maybe like wait. Maybe you need to ask that question again. That wait. I wanna hear that question.
Yes.
Ask it again. What must they comment on?
Whether they must comment if it's like or love, or is like a prerequisite of love. Can they coexist? What do you think?
Oh,
Yes.
so that's the question.
Yes, that's the question.
Are you asking Uncle AI?
是的，或者是爱，或者是爱共存时的必要条件。那么这是最多的评论吗？
Amen. Amen.
For our audience in Asia, this is real. Lady M is like, I'm not leaving my people. She
Inclusive.
We're going to
Hi guys.
we're going to unpack love in another season.
Yes.
Whether love has to choose a color, whether love has to choose a gender, whether love, listen, February Sayeta, month of love. Maybe we can have an exclusive. But tonight, you guys have been amazing guests.
Yebo.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'm happy to have you on the podcast.
Awesome.
Safely say bye.
Bye.